Nekrakor, said Hoyai. From YouTube, Nekrakor, said Nerd. From YouTube, Nekrakor said on the internet. YouTube, Nerd on the Internet said hello, hello. Getting set up, starting in a minute. From YouTube, Nerd on the Internet said hello, hello. Getting set up, starting in a minute.
Testing. Are we getting here? Okay. So, almost didn't do well. I just realized like it was Sunday and I hadn't done a build this week, so here we go. We're building this thing today. Hello Nikora, I don't know if you're still around, but hey, how you doing? Hello Moira, and welcome. And yeah, we're gonna build this thing, which is a kit from 2024, which is recent. This is the revival version of the original, the first Gunpla kit. You can kind of, this is ridiculous. I don't know if you can see this thing. The hand here, that's like a, that's a lump with a hole drilled through. That's the hand. So yeah, this is supposed to be a very simple kit. As you can see by the size of the box, it only has 2 runners. And the old kit was just plain white. It was just like a single color. So there's some differences. Obviously, there's some differences in the construction. I think the original used polycaps or some kind of rubber materials for the joints, and this one doesn't. And the thing is, the thing is kind of annoying. Like it says right here.
From YouTube, Nekrakor said.
Yeah, the text-to-speech can't read emojis and images, really, most of the time. I'm just thinking I need to like figure something. This should be like an alt text to these images. Are there? Let me see. Yeah, it does. Hold on. Image class, alt text, is it an alt text? Yeah, there's an alt text. What the hell? I'll figure it out someday. How to get these to properly read out or at least translate them to something. But yeah, we're building this thing. This is from the, what is it called? Best Mecha collection. It is the best. and this is a Mecha collection. So this is RX-1/4 scale RX-78-2 Gundam, the revival. This is for the 45th anniversary, apparently, of the original Gundam show when it came out in 1979. Or was it 78? I think it was 79. Yeah, this thing's a very simple kit. We're gonna probably build this in like less than an hour, unless I mess up somehow. So it says, while keeping the original design of the kit, blah blah, revived technology over 40 years released, such as Aeroplan, touch gates.
From YouTube, Nekora Core said it must be the best.
Yeah.
Or else, why would they say so?
Exactly. It must be the best. Oh, I think I prefer Twitch, but that's okay. Either works, I think. But yeah, there you go. We're gonna build this thing. We're gonna open. Yeah, the one thing kind of annoys me about this thing is, I mean, it says right here, Amuro kit figure is not included in this kit. The thing about these older kit, I remember there was like some Gundam wing kits from like long time ago. They would have like a small figure, I think 135 scale, they're about this big, of the pilot included with each kit. But apparently this one doesn't. So it's slightly disappointing, but what the hell is Aeropla though? No clue. I need to look that up. This is the first time I've seen this word. Aeropla. Very weird. But yeah, we're gonna build this thing and hopefully enjoy ourselves for a few minutes. It shouldn't be too well, it is not complicated. It doesn't require nippers, it says right here. Include separate color plots, they don't need to be painted. Okay, that's fine. No nippers or adhesives are needed, also. Design the part does not show the matting from... Huh? The design of the parts does not show the mating? Oh, mating scene from... Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I get it. So, yeah, because that's the thing, like, when you're basically pushing plastic parts, you will have like a seam in between them. So it's designed in a way that the seam is kind of hidden into regions you're not gonna see normally. So like in between, like the inseam inside the leg, or hidden behind the kneecap here. Yeah, interesting. All right, let's just get this box open. There's not much else in the box. Like, it's a very simple kit. It's the original design. Very simple, no gimmick. Yeah, that's a zero gimmick design here. The shoulder, just a peg. That's very simple compared to the old school. Wait, did I post this thing everywhere? Posted it in Blue Sky? I was saying to post this. Let me just make sure I posted the links everywhere I need to post. I mean, not that it makes any difference. But yeah, you gotta spread the
From YouTube,
word.
Nekora Core said.
I have to look up every time. It's fine, but yeah. Close enough. Alright, I need to post it one more place and I'll be back on here. What if I can buy?
From YouTube, Nekora Core said I'd. No more emojis.
I'll figure it out even. Like I need to like edit the well, I wrote the script that like reads the chat, and I can probably change it so that like it translates those somehow. Basically like maps the emoji to a text thing. There's some alt text to it, to each image, so I should be able to read that. This is one of our versions. Ah, shit. Alright, let's get this. Oh, the box already open. My bad. There we go. Box is already open, so we're opening the box. And we have our very just double-sided color. Hey, look at that. Oh, no shit. I thought it was going to be color on both sides, but it is just color on one side. They have to, like, maintain tradition, I guess. But that is a very long scroll. Very small rectangle of instruction, but a very long scroll here. So you have like, oh, you have free runners. Okay, you have free run. 4 runners? Okay, we have 4 runners. I thought there was only 2 runners. Oh my. Ah, I see. So it's like joined together. I see, but they kind of split it in half so it would fit in a small box. Yeah. Where did I put my scissors?
From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said hello.
Hey Marcel, how you doing? Sorry about the very late, last minute build. Normally I post like an announcement, like half a day in advance, or at least. But yeah, so they were building this thing. It came out like last year, I think. No, 2024 it says, a couple of years ago, for the 45th anniversary of Gundam. It doesn't come with an Amuro figure. Amuro isn't included, so it's kind of a little disappointing. But it should be fairly simple. It is fairly simple looking. It has those rounded gates. The termination here is like the connection is round, so basically you can just just like wiggle the part off without needing nippers. But since we are civilized, or at least we pretend to be, we're going to. Why does it look so dim? It's a bit dark here. Using my precision calibrating tool here to get the thing in focus, which is basically anything with a bit of text on it. Although they do make like patterns, like specific test patterns for focus. So we have this here runner, which has been broken in 2 here, as you can see. This is A1 and A2. There's not much on there, it's like just a very small runner. The same here's this B1 and B2. So I can probably just, oh yeah, interesting. So this is the way they used to do the beam sabers. We didn't get like a separate semi-transparent or colored piece of plastic. We just got like a baton, just a stick on a stouter stick. We got sticks. This thing is this brain dead, like this is, I mean, it's not bad, but this is what was like advanced technology, I don't know, 45 years ago. Well, they've improved it a bit, clearly, but yeah, this is really simple. So evolution, it says. Oh yeah, this thing. I've been trying to get the model. There's a model kit of this thing, but I think it's like a P-Bandai exclusive. The plastic injection machine that creates all the Gunpla. Yeah, multicolor molding using 4 different types of material to a maximum 4 different colors, different types of materials. So that's why you can combine like different plastics. That's how they manage to make the real grade or basically the inner frames. So haikus of reminiscence. A shop full of kits. The grown-ups ball all the goose. I'm left for the Magellan. Yeah. We wondered why did the kits have a green hue? The Gundam in the series look all white. The question we had. Why? To get the Zum or settle the Musai. I ponder one noon. Why can't they just... These? Yeah, I want these. The ships. I want these. Why don't they revive those things? I don't need another RX-78. More stuff. Haikus of reminiscence. It would apply too much to the shoulder connectors and they would end up immobile. Ah, that was the thing. So I'm guessing the instruction in the original was like you have to clip this on there and kind of glue it on. Boss from the shoulders, when they're glued in the wrong way, the arms become stuck. Hey there. Overcoming each of these mistakes will improve. Yeah, so this is like nice. Hieropla. I don't know what Hieropla means. Hieropla. Is that the thing that allows you to make like different colored plastics, different materials on the same runner? I'm guessing. I should Google what Hieropla is. So basically, yeah, this is nostalgia. Like this kit is mostly about nostalgia. Yeah. Same problem, but with like plastics in it sometimes. Paint to dry, blah blah. Yeah, so. Yep. That was a thing. This is like about like how things used to be really shitty and we should be grateful, I guess. No glue is required. Back in the day, with packets of glue to assemble, so it came with its own glue. It's probably like the tacky glue, the kind they use to fix shoes when they start yawning at you. Anyway, so yeah, instructions are very simple. So yeah, back in the day, it seems like you would have to glue. These barely moved, it seems. Yeah, because you had like to glue halves together, so there would be a seam like running down the middle here, as you can see. I don't know if you can actually see that. Can you even see that? There used to be like a seam in between, and the whole thing was like made of a single color plastic. It looks like a kind of complicated clip mechanism there to connect the shoulder. So yeah, lots of nostalgia in this kit. I feel like I've been talking for like 30 minutes and not actually built anything. Anyway, let's get started. So what are you called again? 114. 44, sorry. Hey. Type 2. Oops, I was invisible. There we go. Body. Alright, so this is the build step we're on. If anybody wants to, well, some people like to use these live streams I make as instructions. I can always refer to the thing in the corner here to like figure out where we are, at least assuming I remember to update it properly. So yeah, we're doing the body first, which is very, very simple. There's no articulation in the there's no spine. This is just like a single block. And there's no core fighter, obviously. But yeah, as we mentioned earlier, Notes of assembly. Carefully read the instructions for assembling. Use water-based paint. Recommended for safety reason. Pay extra attention to the sharp points. There are no sharp points, are there? Oops, sorry. Tools are not included. There's few enough parts in this thing that I can just do this. And, I mean, there's not much... Yeah, very, very few parts, so we can probably nip everything in like a few seconds, like less than a minute. Let's try to speed assemble this, which I probably shouldn't. Eat. These kind of like connections with a rounded edge was like just like kisses the part here. That's mostly used in kits aimed at younger kids that would be it would be too dangerous to give them like nippers to work with. So, or basically like simpler kits like SD kits where the people who build them aren't really hobbyists. They're not really that much into hobby, just like very occasional collectors. Well, that's not the right way to put it. They're just not that into it, I guess. They're just very occasional builders, or it's just for like a very simple model that maybe, I don't know, it's just for like simpler kits essentially. Easier kits, I guess this one is. They could have just given us like regular things for this one. They don't have to like make it that easy. But I'm still using a nipper to get the parts off just because, well, it's just a tiny bit cleaner. Although it's not necessarily all that clean because you still end up with a bit of a nub. Why are you blurry? Always so blurry. Is it a bit dark? I feel like it's a bit darker than usual. Okay, so maybe it is a bit dark. Oh, that's why. Well, it's not too bright. There we go, it's a little bit brighter. Alright, that's better. Well, maybe not. I feel like if it's the exposure's too high, like some details get lost. Like between what I see on screen versus what's actually being published by YouTube. Like YouTube kind of like washes out the colors a bit more if it's too bright. Anyway, so yeah, we got these parts. We still have little bits of nubs on there, even though, I mean, this technique of like these rounded things, I forgot what they're called. They mentioned the name here somewhere. Amazing, nope. No paint, no. What did you call it? Touch gates, that's what it's called. The touch gate system thing doesn't guarantee a clean part. If anything, it guarantees that you'll definitely have like some kind of like strained, I want to say, not a dingleberry, basically something like a skin flap, something just like hanging on to the part, or sometimes some kind of dimple or a little hole or is something like that. So it's not ideal. I guess I'm just getting all the parts out first, because why not? It'll make things a bit easier, quicker by a few seconds. Yeah, this is like a, again, nostalgia factor thing here. You have this. This isn't even. What the hell? Oh, look at that. They say it's touch gate, but clearly there's some gates like connected to this thing, and very fun looking. The handle for the rifle here is just a stick. So normally you would have like a well, most modern kits would have like some kind of, well, the handle will look like an actual handle, not just a shaft for placing inside the hand, because you sometimes want to, yeah, look at that kind of very pronounced nub here, kind of yeah, that's kind of extreme. Alright. We got Cat here, kind of stuck to everything now. The cat, well, she will run at the time. Oh, not today. She's discovered that there's a couch downstairs, so that's also comfortable. Alright, that's all of that. And we need B15. That's the only white part. Cat hair everywhere. No, wait, B15 and 14. As well as this thing. And B10. Just glancing ahead here. Oh, not ahead, it's actually part of the same. Steps. It's just on a different page of the scroll. Okay, so we got mostly colored parts, couple, well, 3 of the white parts here. What the? Oh, okay, it's like molded, injected from the side. Yeah, this is basically showcasing like the advancement in plastic injection technology. You weren't able to make these kinds of like tube parts before, because plastic is just like, this is the molds are 2 halves and have to like separate. So if you had something like this, you wouldn't be able to separate, but instead they have like a third kind of part of the mold that kind of slides in from the side, and that allows them to do more complex shapes. Alright, let's build this body. So we need A12 and A14. 12, 14, let's do a quick check for nubs. Well, these are hidden, but still, you can kind of tell they are placed in such a way they will be, at least these ones, that they will be inside. But still, I remove them just because they might interfere with the fit of the part. Alright, A12. No, yeah, A19. Oh, what did I say? A19, A14. Okay. So, let me just see. Do I even need to pre-drill? Yeah, maybe. Pre-drilling is a way to... well, not necessarily. Seems to be fine. That's like an interesting shape. There we go. And A12. You already cleaned this one up a bit. A12 goes in the back. Or does it? No, it does not. Where do you go? No, A215 first. A215. Gently remove the nubs there. It's kind of a big one. Maybe, yeah, it's better to use this kind of blade. I'll do a test with this next than using a nipper. Because the nipper blade is thicker than this. At its sharpest point, it's sharper than this, but it is thicker. So it might actually make things worse. Okay, so like so. That's a very nice tight fit here. You can barely see the seams. That would take A212. I should have probably pre-drilled that because that was a bit tight. I don't like parts that fit too tightly. And that is a number 4, I believe. 4mm. That's 3.5. Where's my 4mm? 4.5. 3.5 the 4. There you go. 4mm peg here. Pre-drilling just because the holes aren't exactly circular. They have a little bit of veneer of a shape just so they can like grip onto the opposing peg with like more friction. But I mean, there we go, nice and easy. Just get rid of this tiny nub there. There we go. And then we start on the waist, which is connected to the thing, so this is B15 with, there's no skirt. Is it GM? Oh, it has a GM butt to it. Yeah, there's no skirt on this thing. There's no movable skirt. The skirt is just like one single thing, which was kind of the original. That's how it seemed in the anime. So A218 with, and get in there. No, wait a minute. No, wrong piece. This piece. This is B115. B15. Clean that part a bit. And slide upside down, my bad. And try to, which way? Oh wait, no, it was the right way. There we go. Stick, where are you? I always seem to be misplacing my tools. I did probably right nearby. It just seemed to be. I didn't even put the thing. The stick is a very useful tool to have, but instead I use the Estee Lauder stick. Very fancy stick. Okay, I have no idea where to put it. I'll find it eventually. It's a very old stick. Very useful stick. I could go on and on about the stick. What is this? That's a 2. Oh, that's number 2. Why is it doing over there? Yeah. I have a narrow stick. Sticks are useful for like pushing parts in where your fingers can't reach. Because this is kind of deep inside, and it's kind of, yeah, these are the sharp, well, the pointy edges, so you don't want to like press too hard with your fingers, you would hurt yourself. So I use a stick to like transfer the force. That is why I'm going on about sticks. And that is that thing, so that goes in the back. Like here, very easy, very simple. And we take B14 at this stage here. Take B14. Clean that up a little bit. B14 and just like that. Wait, shouldn't we put the legs on first? I feel like the legs are going to have some difficulty getting on there. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to remove this and put the legs on. Oh, clips on. Okay. So we don't, yeah, I guess we don't need that. Although, let me see how it looks. Yeah, you know what? I don't like the look of that. I'm gonna separate these. Oh yeah, the technology of mentioning it earlier about like hiding the seams, like behind. I mean, you still have a little bit of seam here, but it's like not in somewhere. It's not somewhere very visible. Oh no, wait, you still have to clip them on. Okay, never mind. Because there's the channel here, I'm assuming, and... No, wait. You know what? I'm gonna separate these. Because it seems like it's gonna be a bit too difficult to... Well, it's not gonna be difficult, but it's just... I don't like... These are very large pieces, and... Let's just keep those separate for now. No, look, it stays on. Look at that. But anyway, this is the almost done with the body. So we need the neck as well, and the collar, yellow colored mobile suit, or frills, or whatever the thing is, the bavette, whatever the thing is that the, like in the old royal courts, like the old French things would have, like, although it's not exactly the same, but basically like a v-neck t-shirt. The shirt line, I guess, is the underclothes. Oh, the neck has 0. This isn't a ball joint at all. This is like just, you can just swivel left to right. There's no up and down motion with the neck here, and just very simply on there. It just like turns like that. It has nothing else. Alright, that's that. That was A9. And then we take A6 and B10. And try to find where the nubs were on this thing. Just clean those a tiny bit there. So that pops on there. We use our stick. I can't find my regular stick, so I'm using the thinner stick. Just press that in as far as it'll go. with the stick here. Transfer the force. And we got 2 free moves or holes, but they are, I don't think that's standard. That's probably not standard. Although I don't know, like the standard changers of like this, there's usually the older like high grade scales would have like standard holes on the back for backpacks, so that you could like change and like you could interchange backpacks from different models, different kits. But you could just like swap them around. Although some of them aren't always compatible. No, let's get that. Yeah, it does come off quite easily, so it does look like it's meant to be interchangeable. We do have holes for the jet things here, although later on you would have actual thrusters that would move. Alright, look at that. Body. Minus this thing, which I'm going to add later on. Just because I don't like how the legs are looking. Alright, and then 45 minutes? What the hell? Okay. Current step. We're doing the head. The head. 25, A16, okay. A16, 20, 33, 34. That seems to be mostly in this area. Let me try using this. Yeah, actually that's harder. I need like a vibrating blade. They do make like ultrasonic. How horrible with this is kind of bad. Actually, that's much worse. Let's not do that again. Oh, it's a white part. You can't really see, but the nub is actually quite much bigger. You can kind of see it here. The nub is quite a bit bigger. What if I try to cut it off with the knife there? So let's just stick to our these feel like SD. The size of it feels bigger than a usual RX-78 head, and these feel like SD parts. You do have like the horns have this very blunted. This is like extremely, like they really don't want you to get hurt on these. But what I'm gonna do is, because that's not a cheap modification, but it's a modification nonetheless. What I like to do is let's try twisting. Okay. There we go. Kind of sliced it off. So that's a bit of a dangerous operation there. You run the risk of like just chopping off the antenna. I can't recommend doing this. Alright, so we got this off. So then we kind of try to remove the excess material there. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Looks a bit distorted. Yeah, this is not a recommend modification I would recommend. Like, unlike like separating the skirt, the front skirt parts, is something you can usually do. This one is probably a bit more dangerous. So try to slice this off. It does make it a bit more fragile. Probably need some kind of support there. It's not too bad. It just makes a slightly sharper looking horns there. Slightly. Just because like the child safe horns before, just like we had lumps connecting on the thing. Which is not too bad. He's alright. Okay, let's stop fiddling with this. Get the other nub here on the top. Anywhere else? Nope, I think that's it. Yeah, that's alright. And somehow we managed to have a tiny part in this thing. Okay, then I try to get closer to that. Try to get these tiny. No, it's not that tiny, but it's a tiny part in the. There's nubs on things. I believe they do make. Oh, it has like separate things for the Gatlings. Interesting. It says right here. Well, the Vulcans. The Vulcan guns protrude from within. These holes, these actually have holes and you assemble them. Yes, yes. So the thing protrudes. Indeed. Which is a feature they've been adding to like kits for a while now. Well, back in the day you would have to like paint these separately, but yeah, it's nice you have like separate pieces of plastic for this. Now let's build this. Did I lose track of the other parts? Okay, we got the face, we got the head, we got the horns. We don't have. Where's the face? Where's the face? Oh, there it is. Face. Where's the other face? To hide the identities, or actually because they're afraid of getting sick, most probably, the Gundams wear face masks. They're still applying COVID era regulations. Like 50 years in the past. Where did I put the other one? The parts aren't that small. How did I manage to like... Or did I not get it off the runner? Oh, it's still on the runner. That's why. The face mask. There we go. Face mask, get the nubs. Hello, how you doing, person I've never seen before? The greatest Zeta Gundam. Oh, are you Zeta Gundam? Okay. Well, actually, this is B33 onto doing that on B16 first, but that's fine. So then on the back we have A20. Ah, okay. Hold on then. There you go. Yeah, if you change your name, the ID changes. Alright, so then we slap. No, wait, other way around. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, there we go. Eyes, yellow eyes, because it has jaundice or something. There we go. Press that in all the way. That's why the stick would have been useful here if I knew where I put it. I was probably playing with it for some reason. And oh well. I guess we're stuck with a thinner stick. Alright, so we got ourselves a face, and then we slide this in place. There we go. The Vulcans kind of show in the holes here. Very nice. Then we slap this on. Like so. And finally, yeah, this is a very simple kit, really. It's more like the people who build this are, like I said, probably like 70 now, or 8. Well, 70? No, wait, they wouldn't be 20 back then. They'd be 25 plus what?
From YouTube,
10, 50.
The Great Zeta Gundam said
Ish.
plus. I might share my account with ZZ Gundam. As well, I might change my name at first day of 2027.
Okay. Did I mess this up? I mean, it looks alright. It has an SD feel to it. It's like an SD kit, mostly. The way the plastic feels. It's matte, but it feels like an SD kit. Anyway, that's the head. Very simple. Let's just yeet that over there. Now, we do the arms, both arms, I guess, because we're not gonna waste time on this. Arms. So might as well get the rest of the parts out, because we're here and what have you, so. From
YouTube, The Great Zeta Gundam said nerd on the internet. If if you're building the RX-78-2 Gundam. Where's RG-RX-78 Gundam in the camera? And HG-RX-78.
Sorry, what? Huh? Don't get it. Well, they're not in the camera because that's not what I'm building. I get it. Is that what you're asking? I don't know. Very quickly, very lightly nip those because they're barely holding on. Those touch gates, as they call them, they're like tiny, like amount of, like, you feel like they could do similar things with regular kits. I mean, maybe not have it like circular like this, but terminating in like a very tiny point, that would be nice. Maybe this is like more difficult to make. Like, instead of ending it like in a circle, like maybe like a point, but like just a tiny piece of contact. That would be nice. So nice. That would like save us so much time cleaning up these parts.
YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said, "Oh, do you have the perfect grade RX-78-2 Gundam?"
Nope, not yet. I might someday though. Don't have the perfect grade. I have 2 Zaku's though. Perfect grade Zaku's. For some reason, like the RX-78 is never in stock. At least not at prices I can afford. Carefully now.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said soon.
Nope, not even soon. No idea when. There's no time to this. We have no idea when things will be in stock or not. Maybe there'll be an announcement by Bandai at some point saying, oh, these things are now more expensive, but we are reprinting them, which has been the pattern recently. Like they announced, like a bunch of very old kits got a price hike, a price increase, but at the same time they were available. So a very slight price increase, but still, compared to the like in USD, like you would get a fairly good kit for like less than $10, which I'm guessing for the time it came out, it was quite a lot of money.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said tomorrow, "Are you doing Random Cat Live Again?"
No, probably not. It's random, so there's no predictability to that. If the cat decides to come over here, maybe. Things are pretty random right now, I guess. Did I even get everything? Yeah, I did get everything. So that's all the parts. Very small pile of parts. It's a bit blurry in the far distance, but it is a very small pile. Alright, so let's do the arm. The arm is mostly white parts and hands. Let's get these hands. We don't have any, nothing else, no other variations of the hand. It's just simple fists with basically a hole. Your framings are a hole in here. Yeah, so just getting these nubs. Very small, but still noticeable nubs there in all the positions. Wait a minute. This is the last one, I hope. Alright, so we take these and this and that. Now let it go. This too, I think, yeah.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said I might be deleting GBO2 because I'm getting banned. Because I play too good with Banshee Norn and Abigail and RF Dom.
Do you use chat in that game? Maybe that's why you're getting banned. I'm just saying. Okay, stop knocking things over. Oh, we do have a cat right now, but she's probably not gonna... Oh, okay, maybe she's staying.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said no. I don't chat with strangers.
Okay. Right on my parts. Very nice. Yes. I don't know if Nicora's still around, but we have a cat now. And you just tell some people they might be interested. Okay, I guess this is now a cat stream. I'm gonna edit the title. Add the tag. Hold up.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said that happened with my cat. She scratched my door.
Okay, we'll try to build around the cat. No, wait, that's not any of that just yet.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam
Just hide
said so
one.
cute.
Yeah, just like hit apart. Yep, she's doing that. Let's join these hands together first. Other number 2. Don't sleep on that. Not sure I don't need this anymore, so I'll probably put it away. Alright, so let's put the hands together first. Slight pre-drill here. Hopefully that's the right hand for this part. It doesn't seem that nervous. a bit of a gap here.
From YouTube, Morning Glory Mom said hi nerd.
Hey Jazz. Cat. See? Look at the cat. She just came to interrupt.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said don't forget to paint the beam Saber's Law.
I don't know though. Like it looks fun. It looks funny. It has a riot stick kind of thing.
From YouTube, Morning Glory Moth said hi cat. From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said I like it pink lol.
She's gonna scatter these. Oh, okay, she's trying to eat them. That's the danger of having dry food, which looks like pellets. Small plastic parts start looking like pellets.
From YouTube, Morning Glory Moth said his baby.
I can't see instructions anymore, so I'm assuming that's B4 and B3? B3. I hope. Maybe. I don't know. We don't have access to instructions anymore, so we're just gonna eat it.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said put the pieces on the side.
Then that's not fun anymore. Alright, so, and then B5. Oh, she's behaving. She'll just bite it a bit and leave it alone. Realize it's not food. Okay, so this is symmetrical. I think so. So it doesn't matter which one goes where. Maybe? Yeah, no, doesn't matter. Except it bends this way, so that's what decides which side it's on, I guess. Yeah, that becomes a right arm, yeah. Oh, yeah.
From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said she is a very calm cat.
This is a cat hair. I'm gonna attempt the cat whisker that she dropped before, so I'm gonna attempt to do this.
From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said nerd on the internet.
It's a unicorn.
Are you coming back to G? Boat 2 again, or no?
Probably not. No. Look at the cat. It's a unicorn. No, she's mad at my file for some reason. Don't eat that. Yes, adjust the horn here. There you go. Now the cat is a unicorn. I did a meme.
From YouTube, Morning Glory Moth said loaf. From YouTube, the great Zeta Gundam said, why are you not coming back
Eat this.
to GBO 2?
I don't know. I don't have it installed anymore. I tried to get some space back and then I'm like, I mean, it's mostly multiplayer, so I don't feel like doing that. If it was like single player, I'd be like, okay. But it's not. Like, it would be, like, it would have been like a pretty good single player game, I feel. I need to make more of these. I kind of prefer single player games. Okay, so is this correct? It looks correct. But I can't be sure. This is like a handicap to try to build this with a cat on the instructions. Well, not a big handicap, but a handicap nonetheless. I put the horn, I put the whisker on her head, now she's like more aggressive. Does the horn child evil? If I remove it, let me remove the horn. If I remove the horn, what happens? Nope, still evil. And it takes a while to clear off. Predator leads the woman.
From YouTube, Morning Glory Moth said I'm off to sleep now.
Alright, good night. Alright, Jazz. Goodbye.
From YouTube, the Great Zeta Gundam said good night. From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said, have a good night, Moth.
That's about right. Look at this. Look at this hand. Look at this sleeve. Oh, that's just. Is that a rocket punch? No, that's not a rocket punch. It's not meant to do that. That's some cute looking sleeves here. Compared to like, I guess, and that's not even like a full bend here on the. On the elbow there, it's like a half bend. But yeah, this is supposed to be modeled on the original, like the first articulated HG kit that we had, which was the RX-78, which came out like 45 years ago, I imagine. Okay, those are the arms. That's it? That's it. Wait, where's the shoulders then? Shoulders? Yes. Okay. I guess we don't need the shoulders just yet. Maybe. There we go. So yeah, because we showed before, like there's some nostalgia trivia here about how people used to have to glue these parts and would accidentally glue the shoulders fixed. And there's little haikus and stuff. Let's just put that back so the cat has something to complain about. Okay, so we did do left and right arm at the same time, so now we do legs. Legs. Yes. So we take B16. It says, yeah, inside of it. Kind of see it here. It's inside is stamped R and L, so you don't confuse which is which. Same thing on these. You have an L here, and you have an R, so you know which one is which. I don't know if all the parts have that. Do all the leg? Yeah, all the leg parts have left and right, so you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna confuse which is which here. Yeah, it's all left, left, right, What is this? Right, left, no, right. This is a right, this is a left, this is a right, this is a left, yes. This is a left, and this is a left, and I'm assuming the feet don't matter because they are symmetrical and identical. So yeah, you don't have to, you can just take all the parts out, you don't have to worry about confusing which is which, unless you really try to confuse them. And we put the brush for the cat. That's probably why she's here. Let's clean these. I mean, this one is kind of, you don't really need to know the parts. You can kind of just guess where. Oh, this one does have left and right. Oh, okay. Okay, because the feet aren't identical. I thought they were going to be, but they're not. Does that mean... Am I missing a foot? Oh no, it is. This one... Well, it doesn't have left-right stamped in there, but given that it will only fit a certain way, it's clear that it's gonna be just that. So just from that, you can kind of guess this thing goes here. So yeah, you can just kind of guess where parts will go at this point. You don't really need the instructions. There's very little left. Except these are kind of at a weird angle. Like the holes here are kind of at an angle, so that's unusual. You don't. Oh wait, that wasn't how it was supposed to go. Yeah, it doesn't usually. They don't usually build them like this. Are they just showing off? Let's just assemble the feet over here. There we go. This is left, and that's right. Do a quick cleanup here. Oh, there's some red dust on here. I don't know where it came from. Just get the dust out. Red dust, like red plastic, tends to transfer easily to other colors. I feel like the dye they use makes the plastic a little bit more brittle, more dusty. And oops. Okay, so we're supposed to take the thigh, so this is, it says B16 with B17, and I'm assuming the same for the left side. Don't. Yeah, see? Not food. Oh, she managed to chew this. Well, it's fine. This is an example of what can happen if you own a cat and you have Gunpla. They will chew your Gunpla every now and then. Doesn't really usually happen, but I guess it happens sometimes. Surprisingly, it didn't like chew the rest of it. Alright, so this is the right parts. Of course, the it has advertised here the there's hidden things here. Let me just do a test. So if I I see. So yeah, we can't like add it from the side because actually can we? Let me just see that real quick here. Try to separate that. I guess we can't. Can we? Can I not separate this again? Hold on, this is a bit difficult. I'll actually even try it from the other side because I haven't done nothing yet. So, if I were to... I can't slide it from the side. It has to be clipped in from the top, so... I guess there's no point in not doing this part then. Or assuming it will go in. I removed this earlier because I thought I could like slide the legs in from the side, but it doesn't work that way. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, body goes back to where it was. Alright, so let's finish the legs. Okay, so this and then that with this thingamajig goes inside there, like so. Let's find all the nubs real quick. And these as well. Like so. Wait, did I do that right? There you go. And yeah, it's all clip-on.
From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said, "You can't go against the iron diaper."
Yep. Well, it's like it's a GM diaper, I guess. We should talk. Oh yeah, I should probably start calling that the GM butt instead of the GM diaper instead of GM butt. All right, then you just clip that on apparently. Bachin. And like that. They're just a simple ball joint. Not much. Yeah, you don't. The angle here is like pretty. That's some pretty basic angle here. You don't not. This isn't a gymnast. This is like bare basic movements. It's about like it's realistic for a machine this size. When you think about it, you're not gonna do like complicated movements because this thing's gonna trip and fall. Alright, so that's one leg. Let's do. Oh, it was a bit too high. Let's do the other leg. Just plop that in there. Get the... How long am I taking? Oh, 1 hour 20. Okay. Well, normally, if you're like not even trying very hard, you can probably build this in like 30 minutes or less. Because it is a very simple kit. About the same amount of time it will take to build an SD kit. I'm just like taking a little bit of extra care to find the nubs here. Which not entirely necessary, you can probably do that later, like with a just tiny bit of sanding paper. And these are what the side things are. A bit counterintuitive. I feel like the shape of the calves is different from what I kind of remember. It's a little thinner than the usual. There we go. We still have a seam in the back, like a line here in the back. What are you doing, cat? I'm trying to get it in. And just pop. Very simple parts. And just a pop. Look at that. Left and the right. Okay, that's most of it. I got more nostalgia here. The parts from the knees. The shin have been sent to his arms. He's part of this. So yeah, so basically they're hiding all the seams here, they're saying. And a little bit of nostalgia here. What are the customized thing? There's no stickers. There's no stickers in this thing. Wanted to customize our kit and use whatever we could find. Paper, possibly wires, lead sheets. Lead sheets? They used lead? Well, I guess lead isn't. Is lead like I don't think like touching lead is toxic. Eating lead, yes. Touching, I don't think so. Unless you're like very like lots of repeat exposure. But yeah, they do talk about like contact, well, the touch gates, but we do have like gates here which you have to remove. Clean cuts can be made if you use a pair of nippers. It says no nippers, but you do need nippers. I don't know how I'm gonna end this stream with a cat here. Oh, we'll see. Very gently remove the nub there. Oops, kind of. There's a lot less detail to this thing on a regular rifle you get, and this feels like a little more detailed than you would see. Imagine this would be like a single piece in the original, if it even had a shield. Trying to get this nub in a weird corner here. I think I got it. Very gently file these off. Alright, so we need, this is A7B20 we already have our things here. I guess I can paint that. Let's follow the advice of the overachieving Zeta there. That's a bit red. Wait, do they have red sabers, or is it? I mean, usually pink, right? Oh wait, that's a bit too far. But too late. That looks a bit catastrophic. I think I shouldn't have added this piece here. Close enough. Let's leave that to dry for a second.
From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said now it's a Sith Gundam.
Yep. It's supposed to be lighter, I think. No, it's like very red. It's funny if it's like a nightstick, like a baton, like a police stick. But oh well. Alright, so that's that. Let's just finish the shield here. I mean, it doesn't say you don't have to paint it. It says you can enjoy colorful results, or whatever it is. The phrase is. And we need to connect these with that. So that's all 3 millimeters. That doesn't look like 3 meters, that's smaller. No, is it? Oh, it is. Oh, that's 2. Yeah, it's 2 millimeters. Yeah, just a tiny bit of pre-drill. Very slight. And just pop that on there. The shield doesn't have a hole here, although you could probably carve out the hole if you felt like it. Put some extra modification. And we're almost done. That should go in. It says, or should I have, yeah, I feel like I should have done this the other way around. The instructions say to put the red part first, A7, and then put the cross. I feel this might not. Wait a minute. No, it doesn't. Okay, so it is supposed to go like that. This is where you need your stick. I'm gonna just use this. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you can't really push that in with your finger. So you do need like something to like transfer the force, because your fingers will just sink in. They're too soft. Again, the reason you do need a stick. Sticks are very, or some kind of wooden piece essentially. Something that can help you reach hard to reach places. And you do need in the back this thing, which is the shield. Shouldn't it be vertical? Oh wait, no, that's right. That's the handle. Alright. Use this part as you like. To do what? Oh, I guess it could be like you're holding a beam saber which hasn't been lit up yet. So these are just like simple 3mm holes. So you could technically, or is it 2mm? I don't know. You could technically, no, it's not 3mm. Never mind. I thought these were 3mm holes. They're not. They're smaller than 3mm. This is a 3mm acrylic cylinder or prism. I thought these were, they're like more like 2.5, it seems, or is it 2? 2.5, I think. Yep, 2.5. So technically I could hold this like a blunt instrument to like beat things. No, I can't do anything. I'm trapped. Okay. That's it. That is all the things we need to build this thing, and we're made good time. So 275. What does that mean? No clue. Oh yeah. Alright, so that's all of it. So I guess it's assembly time, but we have a cat in the way. Well, we'll manage. Excuse me. Can you stay there? Alright, so assembly time. Oh, forgot to say this. I forgot to say that we're building the weapons, and there's no building to the weapon. This is just like cleaning it up. It's not even two slices of plastic slapped together, it's just like a piece of plastic. So are the other weapons. There's no thing. The only thing I need of assembly is the shield. And it's not fitting in correctly. Did I do it too? Okay, that's close enough. Alright, so assembly time. So we start with a leg. Actually, if we just go a bit high. Leg. And then we add another leg. And the instructions said to use basically the whole body and just... Oh, funny thing, you can't remove these. These are part of it. I don't think... let me see if this... Well, we'll see in a second. For now, take the body and then... Well, that was kind of not a very satisfying click. I'll take it. Click, click. The legs definitely do not. They don't go sideways. They don't twist. Don't try it because it feels like it's gonna break. And then should have cleaned these a bit before we did this. Actually, I didn't check the instructions for these, but I'm guessing how it goes on. So these are the shoulder things, so there's no front, there's no left or right to them, they're identical. So you see a little notch there, you can see a little notch there, so you put them on upside down and then you twist to lock them in place. There you go. Well, let's do that again. Little notch keyed in, so you put that in there and then you twist. And then it stays in there. So that's one shoulder. And do the same. That's clever actually. pretty nice. There you go. Shoulders. There's a meme going around of like a deformed RX-78 because someone took a screenshot, well, like a single frame out of the 1979 show, and they made it into a really deformed Gunpla. This looks like a very deformed Gunpla. Look how wide the torso is. It looks weird. Alright, let's keep going. So then the arm. I think that's the... Yeah. Yeah. One arm. Let's not move it too much. It's still plastic on plastic, so that's probably not meant to be moved too much. The clicking is kind of wet. It's not a dry click, it's like a pleh kind of click. Not very clicky. So, yep, left, right, now we got it. And these this doesn't clip on anything. So, and that goes on there. Like so. And finally, the head, which again, there's no ball joints in here, it's all just like swivel left to right. And there we go. RX-78 got the eyes don't even glow. Oops. Well then. There you go. Classic RX-78. Well, the same shape, I guess. Just different construction techniques. And careful again, because these don't... Yeah. That's like not much of a range, is it? The iron diaper, as Maximo put it. Yeah, not a terrible amount of range on the leg here. Arm, pretty much the same. The shoulder does have some amount of range because you can twist it around. Like 360 degrees here. But yeah, the shoulder, the elbow itself doesn't have much. This is kind of falling down here because it kind of swivels kind of easily here. So I'm going to the review section here of the RX-78. Yeah, that was a build of... Again, let's just do this again. Yeah, this was the build of the RX-78-2 Gundam revival version for the 45th anniversary of the thing. This is based on the original 1114 scale HD kit that came out, I'm assuming 45 years ago. And there's no Amuro figure in here, which is kind of that's a racket. That's I feel like I imagine there's like P Bandai with a Amuro thing on it, but this guy doesn't have it. It's a very simple kit, and actually I'm going to compare with... Oops, that knocked into something. The Origin HD kit that I have lying around. It is definitely not the same shape. This one has a more proportioned. Well, technically, I guess a real person might be like short, a bit wide. This one is a more athletic looking fella. More ideal proportion, I guess. Longer legs. Same size feet though. Similar size feet. Again, this one has like way better. This one's like has polycaps. This one no polycaps, was more modern.
From Twitch, 16 Zod1D said howdy.
Hello, how you doing? The DS really like. "16 times a second." That's what you are. 16 times a second. And how are you doing? We've just built this thing, which is a classic. It's not, well, I guess it is a retro.
From Twitch, 16 Zod1D said I built this last year.
Yeah, there's
painted it with the Gundam color for anime paints.
The way it's holding its rifle here is like, yeah, sticking up, meh, meh. This is a stick up, meh. Give me your money, meh. Put the cash in the bag, meh. There's no bag, meh. Whatever. But yeah, it looks stout. It looks like a penguin. I guess up no good.
From Twitch, 16 Zodwin said definitely. Has the old proportions.
Yeah, compared to like the origin kit or even the let me see if we can reach it. There you go. This is the revival version. It's got a bit beat up. Yeah, this is a revive. Another revive version. Well, this one the polycaps are getting a bit loose. It's quite old as well. Very much similar proportions to. That's the modern proportions, the ones we're used to. A bit more slender, a bit. Yeah, definitely like more athletic looking than this fella here, which is well, if there's any kind of like heavy machinery, like complex machinery, it can definitely fit it inside this frame. It's a little less believable for this thing to like, oh, you're packing all this power, where are you putting all of it? This one, however, has plenty of space.
16 Zodwin said made me pick up a few old kits. The old one 144 GM. I had a lot of problems with overmolding.
Let me just try something here. Let's knock these over. Yeah, it might work. Oh, hey, look at that. It does work. So, interesting discovery here. The backpack. I don't think it works with this one though. Yeah, this one has its own set of thing. Oops. Does it? It might. Let me try to get that on without breaking everything. So the backpacks are interchangeable.
16 Zodwin said apparently they updated the molds in the early 2000s and rebranded them Best Mechanical Collection.
Yeah. That's what it says on the box here. Best Mecha Collection. So that's the updated mold, but they re-released it, I guess, for their 45th anniversary. Although this one doesn't use polycaps, and it does feel like it fits together quite nicely. Wait. Now it has two shields. Is this a Thunderbolt kit? That's the thing about Thunderbolt. Shields everywhere. Say hello to the cat.
From Twitch, 16 Zodwin said, yeah, this is the 45th anniversary revive.
Yeah, no, that's why I got it and built it. So let's get this other revive out of the way.
From Twitch, 16 Zodwin said, but the original 1980 kits get reprinted under that label.
The Best Mega Collection. Yeah. I did get like some stuff from Gundam Wing, which had a kit. Well, no, how to put it. They had like a model of the pilot included. There you go. So I guess you can, like, if you, it says for this little piece here. What did it say? It said, use this part as you like. So the way to use it would be if you remove this thing, which has two things here, and you put this one here. Actually, let me just put it here to make it make more sense. The nice thing about these hands, though, is that the the weapons just like slide in and out, which is I guess it's less realistic. You have less realistic handles compared to this one, but you can get some pretty decent looking. Well, it's easier to like put the weapons on and off. It is. This is like a nightstick. This isn't the beam saber. This is the
16 Zodwindy said I am working on a no grade 1/144 death side today.
cool.
Took a while to prep a batch of parts. Now need to seal some in the other parts and do all that seam work, then prep those to paint.
Okay. All right. That's cool. But yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, nightstick. Look at that. So
Twitch. 16 Zodwindy said I used a silver, then fluorescent pink for that saber. Turned out nice.
Yeah, silver to like make it pop out. But if we just did a quick, like this is the just metallic red. Just a quick pass here, nothing fancy. But yeah, it looked funnier like with the plain white. So basically this looks like a, because of the length, it's kind of short. This is a more of a...
Zodwindy said it's like the Futurama cops' lightsaber nightsticks.
Exactly. It's a nightstick. Just to beat robbers on the head. But yeah, it's quite small. So basically you can use this in combination with this thing to kind of give the impression that you have one of those in use.
From Twitch, unknown NTD said looks like someone's grandpa who pulled their pants up too high.
This one of course doesn't fit anywhere once you get it out. Yep. It's way too high. Like the waist is quite short if you compare it to this one. Well, actually the waist kind of comes up to the same, well, slightly higher here. Yeah, it's slightly higher on this one. But the fact that the torso is so short, it's like basically, yeah, the pants are pulled up quite high, which was kind of the norm in the 70s, I suppose. This is a working.
From Twitch, 16 Zodwindy said the old accessories kit will still work with this kit.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, the backpack still works. Like as mentioned earlier, I mentioned just like a few minutes ago, the backpacks are interchangeable. I interchanged this with the thing here, but the problem is, I'm not sure about this though. I feel like, actually let me just check. Well, no. The only problem here is that these are 2.5 millimeters like cylinders here. So most of them are like 3 millimeters.
Unknown NTD said he's old. No wonder why he wears a diaper for old people.
Alright. Let me just get some of these out. Yeah. So overall, I mean, the other thing I kind of don't quite like about this, I mean, it's just the original shape, but yeah, it's been revised quite a bit. Like, see how the calves, they're kind of thin. I feel like even in the original, I mean, it wasn't that. It basically looks like a guy wearing a suit. Like a kaiju suit, like you would see in the old TV shows. It'd be a guy wearing a costume of a robot costume. That's what it feels like.
16 Zodwindy said the Auric had with seams down the middle of the arms and legs.
Yes. Yeah, because we know that because they mention it right here. Did you not see that in the instructions? It says right there, evolution, because that's one of the things they're trying to like point out here, that this thing is better than the original. But yeah, apparently the original you had to glue the shoulder on, because it seems like the shoulder part here was like part of the arm, and you had to glue these onto the torso, but you ran the risk of accidentally putting too much glue and gluing the whole thing together, because this little clippy thing here, only part of it was supposed to glue onto the torso. So you had to be super careful, which is like better, I guess. There's no glue involved at all here, so this is nicely held on here. There are some like, I mean, yeah, it's not the most detailed and then like whatnot
16
kit here.
said having to deal with seams down the middle of arms and legs. It's so much better.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute the TTS for a bit while I finish the review, if you don't mind. Anyway, let's try finishing this review so I can get the hell out of here. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm just getting some. I still seem to be finding nubs. Oh yeah, this thing has, compared to original, it uses kind of similar, like rounded. I think we mentioned this at length. They call touch gates here. So those basically allow you to they make it easier to like pop the parts off. These are more like something you could find in like an SD kit or some such. And I need to like change that a bit. Okay. And these are like they make popping the parts out quite easier, but you still get quite. I mean, the nubs that are left behind are still quite visible, even though they are not. They're easier to pop out. They're easier to move the parts, because you're kind of like ripping the parts out from the runners. There's still like a kind of like messy nub left behind. I feel like it shouldn't be too hard for, but maybe that's like the pressure buildup of the plastic as it channels through there. But usually like the plastic is like injected from below. The gates really are there to like hold the plastic and give somewhere to like for the excess to run off. Yeah, there's like, you can see here like somewhere where the circle is like where the plastic is actually injected into the space there. Well, one of the places. But I imagine like having this like a sharper thing, like a traditional gate, but keeping all the gates like very, very small, the connection against the thing, that would have been something that would be nice if they could like manage that. You only see this on these the very, very tiny like point of contact, but the fact that you can't get your nipper in to like cut these out cleanly, it has to kind of like forces the parts apart, like kind of rips it out of the thing. So but yeah, that's one thing about this. But you still get I'm still finding a bunch of nubs all around while I'm looking this over. You have to come back and like with sanding paper or something to just polish these off, just like scrape these off one by one as you find them. The other fun things here, so we did the legs. Legs don't really have much because of range of motion here, because the thing here is kind of like it's well, for one thing, it's like blocked against the iron diver, as Marcel put it, and also the legs have like very short amount of movement. Not you don't get like a full, not even a 90-degree bend here on the knee. This heel, while having a ball joint, just has a very slight. Well, that's a bit more than expected. Yeah, it does have a little bit of movement here. Is this even the right part? It should say on the inside of the foot, it says there's an L and an R for left and right, so you know which foot this goes on. There you go. Make sure that it's seated in all the way. There you go. That's the left and right foot. The legs don't, like, you cannot do a split. You can do like this much, but that's about it. It only goes back and forth. You cannot do a split. You cannot twist it. It doesn't. The part here doesn't allow any kind of torsional movement, I guess. Same with the knee, of course. You can't do much else with it. The arms surprisingly have that thing. The chest is one single solid block. There's no spine. There's nothing else here. It's just like one block. The neck, the neck only goes side to side, really. There's no up and down. Yeah, there's no up and down to this thing. It only goes side to side. I mean that. And same with the upper part here. No ball joint or any kind, no kind of yaw pitch type thing, just lateral movements. I did modify the horns a bit because it had like some really thick. I don't know why maybe it's a trend these days. My HG kits always had like on the tips of the horn they had like a little kind of lump of plastic here to kind of prevent you from stabbing yourself or something like that. But this one had like some really big lumps here, so I kind of got annoyed at those and kind of chopped those off. And now it's a little bit, it just like look like weird whiskers on the head, because they're a bit frayed, to be honest. The eyes are just plastic, they don't glow. Well, usually do they glow? This one glows a bit, maybe. Yeah, this one's a sticker. So these have some, so yeah, you might want to paint those a bit. Those are very deep set eyes. Also, the head. Let me just put that side by side. Excuse me. That's a big fat head. Like, I don't know, that guy from, like, what's it called? There's a video game. Katamari something. Hold on, I need to look this up. Yeah, Katamari Damacy, I think. Oh yeah. That's what it looks like to me. The king. Because the face is so wide and the shape of this and basically the goatee. Let me find a picture of this guy so you can. Kind of show what I mean here. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. Let me see if I can have a browser source. Do I have a browser on this thing? Yeah, I do. How is this gonna work? Not sure why. Yeah, probably not. That was just me remembering this wrong. But basically the head is so big and wide compared to like the other one. Yeah, definitely. Alright. That's enough of that. I just needed to like get the review in. And no, people have been talking.
From Twitch, unknown NTD said it's a key peg that goes into the torso. And then you click the lock onto the peg, so it's held in place while the arm can still move.
I'm sorry, you're explaining to me how this works when I've already built it?
From Twitch, unknown NTD said, how does this compare to the smallest RX-78-2 kit? Kappa.
What's up with the people in chat these days?
Said you mean swivel here. From Twitch, unknown NTD said safety knob. From Twitch,
Yeah.
unknown NTD said you paint black around the eyes.
Safety
So
knobs,
they
I guess.
pop more.
True, but
Twitch, unknown NTD said what's with the ASMR TTS.
I just felt like it.
From Twitch, unknown NTD said on the original kit, not the revived version.
Can I even pop that out? I don't think I can. Oh, I can't pop this out because this locks it in place. Let's see. You should push this out. Hopefully, without breaking anything. I'm just, yeah, so we're done with the review. This thing is like, it's weird. It's I mean, if you're, most people don't remember, I barely remember these, like, there used to be like master grade kits, which were basically almost static, but that's like legendary status, I guess. I need to be careful not to cut myself. So if I pop this out, does this come out? Yeah. So you might have to, you might want to pop this out to be able to paint it more easily. And basically, yeah, you can. If I can find some black. Actually, let me just remove this part just to paint them separately. If it's gonna come out, I don't think it's gonna come out. So yeah, we're just doing a little quick modification here. Nothing serious, nothing dramatic. Just for the hell of it, to see if we can get it to look a little bit better. And then we're gonna call it a night here, because there's not much else to say about it. This is like a very simple kit. It's just for nostalgia's sake, or basically for people who've been building potentially for decades to realize, oh, this is older than they are. These are some very old kits here. So I'm gonna do some like pretty nasty stuff here. So just a very quick paint job there with a Sharpie, because why not? Just kind of highlight, because yeah, why do Gundams wear masks?
From Twitch, unknown NTD said you should also paint black on the white armor around the eye area.
This is metallic yellow, and just put some on the things here. Why not? That should be good enough. I mean, it's probably better. I could do like copper, but that would probably look a bit off. I don't think I will put stuff on black on the white part, though. I'll just do the bare minimum required. Yeah, so now it's like slightly reflective, very, very slightly reflective. So that's like a very, very minor upgrade you can do to this thing. It's not going to be on this thing, so it should be... Let me see, does it even fit this far? Yeah. So that wouldn't be on this one, it would be on the visor. I guess you could put a little bit of black. Although it's not going to be very visible. Where did I even put the thing yet? Close enough? Okay. Yeah, we got Sharpies, we don't got paintbrush here. We're just doing what we can. Just a little bit here. For no reason. I don't think it's really gonna do much here. And basically, that helps lock the head in place so it doesn't... Well, it's not gonna slide down anyway, but there you go. So very slightly reflective. A very minor upgrade, but it looks a little better compared to before. It's even comparable to this guy, I guess. Yeah, you don't want to paint the whole thing black. You need a bit of red here. As you'll see here, there's a kind of a bit of a red bit, and then yeah, there you go. That's better. But that's like basic
Twitch
swivel.
Unknown NTD
Yeah.
said looks quite good now.
It was a bit too matte, I think. It was a bit too flat. Now it like reflects a little bit. Didn't do much for the... That's like that's some unnecessary detail though. That's one thing. Usually, I mean, this one also has like separate pieces of plastic for the Vulcan cannons on the side of the head. In the Revive, well, the somewhat recent Revive, I think like 2016. I don't know when this one came out. This one I painted the Vulcan cannons there on the side of the head. But yeah, these I don't know. So, oh yeah, compared like this feels like an SD kit, to be honest. So it's just an elongated SD kit with like stick arms and legs. The legs and arms are feel kind of skinny, a bit too skinny for what this thing is with its comical nightstick. I don't have a beam saber lying around, so I can't really compare it. Do I? Oh wait, I do have. Well, this is this is a typical length of a. This is from 2013, a runner from 2000. So it's fairly common beam saber type here. So that's like the usual length of a beam saber. You can see this thing is like it's falling a bit short. 1, 2, ooh, yeah, 3 times shorter than you. I don't think at any point in the anime, like the original, you had a beam saber this short. That just doesn't. No. Okay. I think that's about it I can say about it. Yeah, this is like a fun kit. If you manage to get it, just get it, because just for like it's not the original, it's not like a vintage kit, but it's like hey, look, this is how things used to be done. That's kind of a fun kit. So you can have it next to, if you have a collection of RX-78s, you can have them like line up like next to this thing, and people who like, what? They're gonna see like there's gonna be like varying grades, varying level of details. They all kind of similar shape though, and then you get this weird thing. All right, let's get the cat to get out. Nope, cat doesn't want to leave. Okay. I guess we're doing this with the cat. Alright, so yeah. So we're gonna end here, I think, so I can get something to eat or some such before I go to bed. Eat, drink, probably brush my teeth. I need to remember to do that. Alright, so there we go. So I'm just gonna like, it doesn't do much. I guess the most it can do is like some basic lunges. Not even. It's like a sock'em rock'em robot. I was like, oh, you damn kids, get off my lawn. I don't know. It's a very grumpy looking grandpa. This, I don't know why people call these kits like grandpa when clearly this thing doesn't move like a grandpa. It doesn't look like a grandpa. This is like a athlete looking fellow. Oh, piece of it fell off. I'm gonna have to go find where this went. That's always annoying. Like a piece of the things fall off and you have no clue where they went. They probably fell off years ago and now have a somewhat limp looking. It's limping because probably its leg is missing. Anyway, I mean, it's probably somewhere, hopefully. Anyway, we're gonna end it here, so thank you all for watching and joining, and cat for being a cat. I think the cat's gonna stay here for a while.
From Twitch, unknown NTD said it's cause of the design.
What is cause of the design? No. Yeah, we already went over that. Like, yeah, we know. Like, it's not very agile. And also, yeah, people call the other one grandpa just because, well, they should be calling Zaku's grandpa. They should be calling like the gun cannon grandpa, or what, grandma, maybe? But they'll just, like, for whatever reason, decide to call that one grandpa. Just pick your names properly. Just because, well, humans, whatever. Alright, so that's it for now. So I'm gonna leave this at this, with this not very articulated fella trying his best to... You can't really... Oh yeah, there's no hole for an action base. There's no connection for an action base on this thing. This thing predates the concept of action bases. So you don't get an action base. At most it's like lumbering forward here, trying to get to where it is supposed trying to go. And there we go. Hopefully this is stable enough. The cat's probably gonna knock it over, but we'll see. Right, I was trying to threaten some kids off its lawn with its stick. Let me see if I can get lower. Can I get the eyes? Yeah, I get the eyes. There we go. Alright. There we go. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm just gonna get the hell out of here. So yeah, this was the build of the MS Normal. What? Oh, I didn't see this one. The MS Normal type Bandai Spirit plastic model kit. Why does it say something different on the side? I thought this was the best mecha collection, but I guess on here it says MS Normal type because it's a normal mobile suit. I guess this might be like the original packaging, but then they do use slightly different ones everywhere else. Anyway, yeah, the E.F.S.F prototype close combat mobile suit RX-78-2 Gundam revival version for the 45th anniversary. This is like the best mecha collection revised version of the original
From YouTube, Marcel
1980s
Mendieta said goodnight.
thing.
See you, space cowboy.
Alright, thanks Marcel. You have a good night as well. Or good day, depending on time zone. And yeah, we'll see you guys probably next week, or if I manage to do something in between during the week. I'm trying to get that figured out, but it's kind of difficult during the week. I'm probably trying to start trying to do it starting on Friday if I'm trying to do a larger build, but this one you kind of forgot until the last minute. Alright, I'll leave it at that with the cat in the background. Hopefully she doesn't try to eat it while I'm gone. But okay, it's fine, I guess. Oh. Are those part of the... You have like little safety nubs here as well on the... I didn't see this before. Little safety nubs on the edges. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.